Today, we are going to cover a topic for those who are in the job market. Our focus today is on magic phrases that can help you leverage yourself and your skills to get the position you want. These magic phrases can be applicable to interviews across any industry. Here are 5 magic phrases that will make every interviewer want to hire you. The first magic phrase I want to introduce is because. The word because justifies your answers. You should use this word as often as you can during the interview, of course, whenever it is appropriate. Statements that start with because show that you are able to reason out and justify a behavior. It answers the question why. Why do you feel like open communication is important? Why do you believe that mistakes should be welcomed? Why do you do things the way you do? The possible answers could be, as a lead researcher, open communication is important because vital information or interpretation can be lost in translation if there is no freedom to communicate among team members. Another example I want to share is I value students' mistakes because making mistakes is one of the best ways for them to learn. Using the word because in answering questions during the interview will demonstrate that you know what you are talking about and are able to justify your behavior and/or decisions you have made. The second magic phrase I want to talk about is I have taken the liberty of. These 5 words will not automatically sell you to the interviewer. It is what comes after these 5 words that matters most. But this phrase signals to an interviewer to pay extra attention. It can be used to show how much initiative you have taken in your current and past positions. For example, depending on the position you are interviewing for, you can say something like, I have taken the liberty of creating an additional data analysis, or I have taken the liberty of putting together a comprehensive report between past and present customer purchasing behaviors. Share a specific example or case that you initiated. This makes a huge difference. These 5 words can be an introduction to something significant that you have done. This shows that you have initiative as a worker and would not wait around for someone to tell you what to do before you actually get to it. Interviewers love people with initiative because it demonstrates that they are not dependent on instructions before being able to do anything. The next magic phrase I want to discuss is I had a lot of success with that in the past. When you are called for an interview, it indicates that the interviewer thinks you have the skills or experience they are looking for. However, this magic phrase gives the impression that you can go beyond the skills you have written on paper. It can boost whatever skill you are trying to sell. Be sure to back it up with a specific example or experience where you showed your skills. Take this for example. I have had a lot of success with managing a large team remotely in the past, and with the current situation right now, that skill has proven to be very useful. I have had a lot of success in diffusing conflicts among my research team. I have almost always been able to find a solution that everyone on the team agrees with. The next magic phrase involves I value every lesson I learned from my previous employer. The question about why you left your previous employer will come up. It may come up sooner than later, and how you respond to this question can make or break the interview. When this question is asked, the interviewer is waiting to see if you are going to disclose your previous employer's weaknesses. Some interviewees may feel like it is better to be completely honest and share exactly how they feel. But this is not always the case. Instead of focusing on the weaknesses of your former employer, focus on the overall time and the valuable experience you had there. If the question, why did you leave your previous employer, or why do you want to leave your current position comes up, you can answer honestly. If it is something unique or personal situation, such as you have to move to another state because of family issue, your contract ended, or you are looking for a new job after taking a personal break. You can say something along the line of, I value my experience I got from my previous employer. But after carefully weighing my options, I believe that I have had more room to grow in a new environment. The last magic phrase, magic number 5, is for example or for instance. The words for example allow you to be more specific. Your answer with for example will leave a concrete image of you even after the interview is over. You can add depth to a vague or general answer by using for example in your answer. For instance, instead of just answering, I was responsible for handling the department student engagement activities, you can follow up with something like, for example, I organized an annual student immersion program where students could shadow a field researcher for a week so that they could get an insider view of how data is collected. After this, you can strengthen your examples or answers by describing the outcomes of your efforts. After the statement I just mentioned, add something like, as a result, 2 of my students were selected to present their research outcomes at a national conference. For example or for instance allows you to showcase that you can go in depth about specific information that may be new to the interviewer. These examples you share will help you connect with the interviewer better and at the same time highlight your true expertise. Going into an interview can be nerve-wracking no matter how experienced you are. But you can prepare yourself for the questions that will bombard you. Keep these magic phrases in your mind and you will make yourself a solid candidate. But don't ever exaggerate your skills or experience just to get a position. Your level of expertise will show eventually, so be honest about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these 5 magic phrases I introduced in this video will help you land the job you are applying for. If there is anyone who is in the job market, please share this video with them. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.